Hello everyone, my name is Chris Cugliari and I'm a senior at William Paterson University. I've been thinking about this show for the past 3 years, on paper for the past 3 months, and created in the next 3 days. This show is an homage created in the game and the universe that I've spent my whole childhood playing in. This is the Destiny universe. Over the past 10 years, I've put more than 4,000 hours into Destiny. And surprisingly, I still know what grass feels like and how to be a functioning member of society. I promise. Playing Destiny has led to some of the best people I know. 7 years ago, I met some of my best friends, and I wouldn't change any of it for the world. Introducing the Destiny community, and the most fun I have ever had creating a project. Welcome to Project Legends.
All right, DPS the boss, DPS the boss, DPS the boss.
Who's not gonna make it?
Probably me.
All three of you.
I didn't know we were supposed to jump down. Nobody said that.
Yeah.
Oh, you little
That's
Got him.
I was running and I went, I wonder if it's a sword.
And then I whipped
Nobody,
mine out.
What you're about to see is a roundtable discussion with some of the biggest Destiny creators we love and we grew up watching. But since getting a bunch of streamers and YouTubers together from around the world is, well, impossible, I asked some good friends to be those streamers. So, ready one? Take one. For the last time in my college career, let's get quiet on the comms, quiet in the control room, and quiet out there on set. Start this recording and get ready to fade up on camera 2 and mic and cue these legends in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Project Legends, the only show where we have every single one of the heads from Destiny 2's Mount Rushmore. Going down the list, we have Bife, the only person in Destiny that will actually make you think about the story.
Hello everybody, Lord Daddy here, reporting for duty.
Next, we got Saltagrepo, someone who just can't seem to stop winning.
I've won so many worlds first that I don't even need a raid jacket.
Then, we have possibly the only Destiny player known for being late by just a few minutes. Isn't that right, Mr. 2402?
I'm never gonna live that down, am I?
No, you definitely will not. And last, and certainly not least, we have one of the 2 people I have seen willingly play over 3 games of Gambit. Fallout.
I can still see the eyes of tomorrow. The missiles are coming at me. The Xenophage shots ringing out across the map. Instant death, pain, and suffering!
I think those 150 games of Gambit really got to his head. Poor guy.
I thought it would be day 1 raid race that would have been the breaking point for all of us here.
Okay, anyways, let's finally get started. Some hot button topics that have always plagued the Destiny community. First of those being, what do you think was the most influential loadout throughout the entirety of Destiny's lifespan?
Well, I would have to say that in any good loadout, you need a weapon that will be a workhorse weapon. Something like the number. I have absolutely loved it. From the moment it's dropped, it's been a staple ever since. My favorite role in the number has got to be my underdog unrelenting role. It really gets the job done in any scenario.
I really think those Gambit games hit his mind really hard. Anyways, on to you, Dado.
Yeah, that weapon sounds a little familiar, but I can't quite place my finger on it. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go with the Anarchy Mountaintop combo, using Recluse as the workhorse weapon. When autoloading was the meta, Mountaintop was able to crank out some insane DPS. Paired with Anarchy and Recluse, it really was the meta of its time. Anarchy's tick damage makes it feel like you could, for the first time ever, use a heavy weapon and a special weapon at the same time.
A truly outrageous meta that was especially brutal during the Crown of Sorrow days. What about you, Salt? What do you have for us?
Divinity.
That's it?
Divinity.
That's all you want to say? You sure you don't have anything else to add?
Divinity makes the game the easiest it's ever been. You don't even have to aim anymore, just hit the big bubble.
Fair point, I guess. Anyways, Bife, you might be the lore guy, but for this weapon question, why don't you round us off?
I've got to say, I'm with Fallout on this one. I may not be choosing the number, but my favorite weapon to pair with any loadout has to be my go-to, my rapid hit kill clip operative from the Season of Undying.
Wait a minute. I know where those weapons are both from. I saw you dismantle them in the vault cleaning video. You both dismantled them in front of me. I saw them disappear. How in the world did you get them back?
Editing?
Oh my god.
I told you, I was keeping it out of spite.
Listen, Underdog Unrelenting is not half bad of a role.
Just hearing you say that makes my pain unrelenting.
All right.
Half, bring a sword! Sorry, that was with instinct at this point.
Okay, wow, that really broke him. Anyways, on to the next question. What is everyone's favorite raid race experience? Starting with you, Salt.
Easy. King's Row from Destiny 2, Val the Disciple, Vault of Glass from Destiny 2, and Grotesque End from Destiny 2.
You really can't think of any other contest mode clears other than the ones you got world's first in?
And why would I have to?
I mean, just because you don't end up winning doesn't mean you didn't have fun figuring out the puzzles, right?
I mean, you're very funny. You should be a comedian.
I mean, my favorite day one experience was Last Wish, and as everyone knows at this point, I didn't even finish that on day one.
Yeah, how late were you?
Well, technically we started our last attempt before the 24-hour mark.
Well, technically you didn't finish your last attempt until after the 24-hour mark, right?
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, I am.
But anyways, Last Wish, one of the best raiding experiences that I've ever had was on that first day. Especially on the vault encounter, being one of the first teams, if not the first, to actually figure out the vault puzzle was a very special part of the experience.
Well, what about the Crown of Sorrow, Dado?
Oh, come on, you two? You know we don't speak about Crown.
Well, I'm saying my favorite raid race is Crown of Sorrow, just so we can talk about it.
Oh, you son of a...
What an amazing testing ground the Crown of Sorrow was for the Destiny 2 community. After power leveling for Scourge of the Past had people climbing all the way to the top of the light level of the raid, Bungie decided to say, okay, watch this, and create a contest mode. It was an amazing test of our Guardian's patience, and if I remember correctly, somebody on this table thought they won the world's first race and finally got their belt for that.
Oh, come on! We were off by such a little amount of time. We even all got the raid exotic for it.
Doesn't mean it's not funny.
Okay, Bife, why don't you finish this off?
Of course, I would love to. Salvation's Edge, no better raid than that. I mean, the raid to end off 10 years of Destiny's story with a villain that really fits the scale. Amazing. Plus the lore that we got from it, I could go on and on for hours about what exactly the final shape is. And you know what? I think I will. It started with the gardener and the winnower, in a place that had no time, a place that had no space. The two were locked in an ever game. The winnower loved it, the gardener, though, not as much. The game was simple. In the morning, the gardener would plant the seeds, and by night, the winnower would take them down. This is what the game would be, on repeat, forever and ever. However, the gardener eventually grew bored of this, and decided to add variables. Add changes. Allow things to live and survive, thus ushering in our own universe. The winnower hated this.
Okay, so, well, you can find all of that on Bife's YouTube channel, and you can find all these guys' opinions on their channel as well. But time to finish it off with one question that I think will be quick and easy. What Destiny 2 class gets the best treatment and is favored by all the devs?
Hunters.
Sounds about right. And that's going to do it for this segment from Project Legends. From raid races to Gambit-induced trauma, one thing's clear. Destiny may be a game, but these legends make it an experience. Be sure to check out their channels, and remember, in the world of Destiny, the only thing stronger than a hunter's dodge is the community that keeps coming back for more. Per audacia ad astra. See you, Starside.
Hey, that's my line. Leave it to me next time.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Project Legends. My name is Matthew, and to the right of me is Hannah. We, along with my brother pulling the strings from behind the scenes, are 3 of the members of the Jade Rabbit Enthusiasts. We have all been playing games for around 7 years together, and today we decided to share some stories about our friend group. So with that being said, Hannah, it's amazing to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So first question, if you can remember far enough back, what was the way that we all got together and started playing together for the first time?
Oh, the way we all got together for the first time. I think we were all in the same clan back in the day. So there was a clan called Terror that we were all part of. We were all the raid night kids. So we would all hop on every week to play the raid, sometimes a couple times a week to get the maximum chances of good loot.
Yep.
And we just started getting along on those raid nights, found ourselves playing more often, getting to know each other. Eventually, Terror disbanded as clan, but we kept on moving and changed clan. Now we're in the Jade Rabbit Enthusiasts.
I think there's like 4 changes at this point or something like that?
It's at least 4 minimum.
At least 4,
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so now we're all together in the Jade Rabbit Enthusiasts, and we still have our weekly game nights and still try to raid every once in a while.
Yeah. So what has been your favorite memory with the group, either in person or online or both?
Ooh, okay. So in person, I would have to say, it'd have to be this summer, which was the first time that we all actually got to meet each other in person. 2 of the members of our group, Chloe and Jade, they live up in Michigan.
Okay.
So me and Chris got to fly up to go visit them, and it was just an absolute blast. It was my first time seeing Chris in person, second time seeing Jade and Chloe. They took us out to one of the Great Lakes at night. We got to hang out on the beach and cook hot dogs over a fire, go stargazing. Yeah, it was a really good time. In-game, I think I have to go with every time that we guild the Dredgen Seal.
Okay.
So for a while, not so much these days, we're all pretty busy. We had a tradition of gilding the Dredgen Seal at the end of each season.
Okay.
So we would stock up on a ludicrous amount of gambit bounties and alcohol, and then just spend them all in one night. Knock the whole
Sounds
thing
like
out.
a great night to me. I don't know.
It was a great time. I think that's everyone's dream night, is playing gambit. So
I'm honestly surprised you remember it, based on the copious amount of alcohol.
It's truly a miracle. Yeah. So I think that's definitely the best times we've had in game.
Yeah. So question. You said it was the first time you met him was this summer.
Yes.
Did Chris look anything like you pictured him?
Not really. Yeah,
No,
I was
okay.
like, whoa, okay, this is what this guy actually looks like in real life. I think in my head, honestly, I hadn't really pictured him so much as I was just like a disembodied voice, like Chris was just like a ghost. And I was like, oh my God, you do exist.
I'll have to ask Chris to see what he thought if he, if you matched his picture in his head.
Yeah,
or if you were just a disembodied voice as well to him. So on to day 1 raids. What are they? And what has the experience been with the group about day 1 raids?
Yeah, so a day 1 raid is a big event in the Destiny community where typically every year when Destiny drops a new expansion, they drop a raid along with it. And what the raid is it's like a big puzzle-solving combat encounter for 6 people. And for the first 24 or 48 hours of the raid, they release it on challenge mode, so it's extra hard. And everyone goes in and they try to beat it while it's still on challenge mode. And for most raids, we've tried to get a team together and go ahead and play the challenge.
How does that usually go? Do we usually complete it?
So I think we've completed it once.
Okay. And how many times have we tried it, if you had to guess?
That's 5, maybe.
It's good enough. That's 20%.
It's just like a healthy number.
Yeah, that's passing.
Yeah. So it's like simultaneously the greatest and worst day of the year. We all want to murder each other, but we're all having a lot of fun.
It doesn't start that way though.
No. You start and you're having a great time, and then all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. and you haven't taken a break in 5 hours, and you're exhausted and hungry. Yeah. Everyone kind of loses their minds a little bit. But there's nothing quite like beating an encounter on a day 1 raid.
Yeah.
That is like the most satisfying thing possible.
I feel like if you don't end the night wanting to kill each other, you didn't do it right.
Exactly. You weren't trying hard enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about meeting someone that you've only talked about and talked with online. You talked about this summer you all met each other in person, almost for the first time, some for the second time.
Yeah.
How was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal, honestly. I'd been hearing all these voices for years now. I think by the time the summer comes around, we'll have been playing together for at least 5 years minimum. And that's a long time
That is a long
to
time.
be playing with folks a couple times a week.
Yeah.
So it was really fun, you know? Like, you build up that friendship while you're playing online, and it seems like a piece of it would be missing because you don't actually see each other in person or get to do things in person.
Yeah.
But really, like, once we met in person, it just all kind of slotted right together. It was like, oh yeah, this totally makes sense. It totally feels right. Like, these are people I want to spend time with.
Yeah. I gotta ask, did you all spend your time up there playing Destiny together all in the same room, like a LAN party?
No, we should have. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
stuck on Jackbox games, but
That'll do it.
yeah, you know,
Yep.
Destiny, that would have been our next pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, for our little inside jokes, what does Hadamter mean to the group? I know you got a good story about this.
Yeah, okay, well, first off, I got to do the rally cry. It's Hadamter! That's how you say it. So Hadamter is, it's like our group motto. It came across when we were playing Gambit one night. It was one of our drunk dredging guilds.
Gambits,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, and Thor was playing Hammer Titan.
Okay.
And so we were talking about the hammer, you know, and then at some point we started calling it the Hampter. And
Words
then,
get slurred, you
yeah,
know.
it's just, it's just the flow of things. And then at some point, Hampter became Hadamter. And Thor popped it into a graphic, turned it into a meme. And we were screaming it for the next 6 hours of the night, you know?
Yeah.
We got Thor a pretty good scolding from her girlfriend.
I can imagine.
That was,
Yeah.
you could hear her over the mic. They came in and they were like, can you please stop? But, you know, you can't stop Hadamter for anything.
No, you can't. There's
Yeah.
no winning in that situation,
No.
too. You can't stop, you
Yeah,
know?
it's the most important thing when
It
you're
is the
working on
most
it.
important
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So, that's what Hadamter is.
Nice. And now, Balmer's Peak. I know we talked a little bit that
Oh, yeah.
with the Dredgens guilding.
Yeah, so Bomber's Peak is, it's how I got through Destiny. It's how I got through college. It'll probably be how I get through my real job now, too. What
Okay.
it is it's when you drink alcohol and you reach the ideal point where you lose your inhibitions, but you're not inhibited physically.
Okay.
So you reach the peak of physical and mental performance, where all of a sudden you hit every headshot in your Gambit invasions, and your grenades land perfectly. Your super combos, ideal. So it's the peak of performance, when you have just the right amount of alcohol in you.
So you're just not thinking about what you're doing, you're just doing it.
Yeah, you're just doing it. Yeah, you're just doing it.
Muscle
You're screaming
memory.
Hadamter along the way. Yeah.
Well, of course, you
Yeah.
gotta, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. And final question while I got you here. What is it about Destiny that brings people together? And how does the game itself shape our own destiny?
Yeah, I think Destiny really just brought us together and bonded us as a group in a lot of ways. From everything from raid nights where we're problem solving together, to Crucible private matches where we were just goofing off, to random activities, where we were chasing each other around and trying to knock each other off cliffs.
You gotta.
You gotta, yeah. I think it just really bonded us as a friend group and made us appreciate our strengths and weaknesses and senses of humor and learn a little bit more about each other in our lives. And so now we're all kind of getting older. We're kind of graduating college, starting to work real jobs. We don't have quite as much time for Destiny, but we've still carved out that Monday night game night to make sure that we still get time together and we still get to play and stick together as a group. And so I'm hopeful that the group that formed under Destiny will stick around for a lot of years, even when maybe we don't play Destiny anymore.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. You gotta stick with those relationships as much as you can.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's all we had time for today for Project Legends. I hope you enjoyed our interview. I'm Matt, this is Hannah, and Chris is behind the scenes pulling all the strings. And we're just 3 members of some J-Rabbit enthusiasts. Good night.
This game has given me more than just memories. The Destiny experience has given me the longest running friend group I've had, and I will forever be thankful. From getting help with a coding assignment at 2 in the morning to sitting around a campfire in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan just 6 months later, hot dogs and s'mores over a fire, I wouldn't give any of it up. We have now reached the end of this journey. By chance, one day we all became friends through Destiny. This game connected us to the point where, in real life, we are very good friends. And I know I'm not the only one. So here's the only thing that I'm going to ask of you as the audience. Find a place to share your Destiny or online gaming story in the comment section of this video or on Discord with me. I want to thank my brother Matt and my friend Hannah for being in this project. Thank you to my clan, the Jade Rabbit enthusiasts, for helping me with this project. Without you, none of this would have ever been possible. And thank you to my parents for never questioning me too hard when I was going to bed some nights and they were waking up. But until then, per audacia ad astra. Thank you for the memories.